Hey everybody, welcome to the Bullfrog Homestead. Today I'm making salsa with some leftover tomatoes we had in our fall garden. So right now I have some water boiling and I cut a little X in the bottom of the tomato, and this allows the skin to come off whenever you drop your tomato in there. It only takes a minute or so you're not really trying to heat the tomato up, you're just trying to release the skin. So we're gonna let those cool, and we're gonna take all the skins off, and then we're gonna chop them up and add some onions and bell peppers, and a little bit of jalapenos, and some salsa seasoning that I like to use. I like the one from Walmart. It's just a dry salsa seasoning. It's got all the spices in it that I like. And then from there, we're gonna cook it for a little while so I can cook the onions down and the tomatoes down. And from there we're gonna jar it. So this is the X that I cut in the bottom of it, the very bottom, and you just drop it in. It's a very easy process for making homemade salsa. Yes, my tomatoes are yellow. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. We had one yellow tomato plant that came back up against the fence line. So I dug it up in the late summer, and I planted it in the garden where it actually made about 1 million tomatoes by itself. This is called a Lemon Boy Plus. It's very disease resistant. It is yellow because of the low acidity in it. It's low acid. Hey, Pops. Okay. So we plant red tomatoes as well, and but this was just an accidental find that we threw some of our tomatoes to the chickens, and I guess this seed just fell in the right spot because it came up along the fence line. So this is how quick the process is. The skin's already coming off of the tomatoes that I first dropped in. So it doesn't take long at all. Okay, well I'll do the rest of these and I'll catch back up with you in a little bit. This is the chopped up tomatoes, onions, bell pepper, and the seasoning. A little bit of jalapeno too. And I'm fixing to go, because the jalapenos I had were tamed jalapenos. So I'm fixing to go to the greenhouse and get a couple of Tabasco peppers to give it a little bit of heat. Here's my Tabasco peppers. Don't let it fool you. Those suckers are really hot. So I'm just gonna put a few in there. I'm gonna chop them up though. This is the seasoning I use from Walmart that I was telling you about. You can probably get it online as well, probably Amazon, as you can get anything on Amazon these days. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 30 minutes and then I'm gonna jar it up. Hey guys, so I did add 1 can of tomato sauce. It was a large can, like a 16 ounce or 12 ounce. Of tomato sauce to this, just to change the color a little bit. I did add the juice of 1 lemon, 1 fresh lemon out of my garden, but store-bought lemons is fine, or even lemon juice out of the jar. It's for the acidity in here, to balance it out. But that packet had all the spices and stuff that it needed in there. This is really, I tasted it, it's really kind of spicy right now. I'm thinking that it's gonna all the seasoning's gonna melt real good and blend well. This is delicious so far. I cannot imagine how good it's gonna be as soon as I jar it up and let it sit for a day or two. I'll let you know how it comes out. Thanks guys. Hey everybody, so we're back. We're ready to dish up our salsa. It's all good and hot and cooked. We have our lids boiling. Our jars have been sanitized, so they're ready. So we're just gonna dish this up. And it did turn out quite spicy, by the way, with those 5 little Tabasco peppers. So we just make sure to fill our jar up at least to the first line right there. You don't want to have too much air space in the top of your jar. I always wipe the rim down with a clean wet rag. Some people use vinegar on their rag. Either way works for me. I'm gonna put our lid on. Screw it down good and tight, and then I'll turn it upside down. And I'll leave it like that until it cools completely. And that, y'all, is how you make salsa. I did use fresh garlic from our garden, as well as the fresh yellow tomatoes. I did use some fresh white onions, but I had some frozen onions too that had some bell peppers in it because I wanted some bell peppers. I used a few of the little colorful bell peppers from Walmart that I had. That was fresh, but I didn't have quite enough, so that's why I used the frozen one. So either way, it works fine. I used the seasoning that you saw, and everything else came from our garden. So that's how you make salsa, guys. Y'all enjoy. Thanks again for joining the Bullfire Homestead. See you later, Gator.